All right, let me come from another way. If you're sitting here today and you think that you're very comfortable, please stop it right now, because I don't want any bad stuff to come that's going to take your house away, put an explosion under your house, or blow up as a volcano, or get flooded. Because none of us, nobody would connect that to God's aggrieved heart about how people are acting. Leviticus says that if the amount of certain iniquity was in people, it had an effect on the land. The land actually speaks to God. Out of the soil, Abel's blood spoke to God from a murder. The earth can speak. Leviticus says that the earth convulses under the weight of certain human sin. And it says it spews itself up after a while. That's natural disasters. Because nature was never created to carry the bondage of our iniquity. It is actually, as Romans 8 says, John, where I'm going. Romans 8 says that creation itself is under the pressure of a stubborn, ignorant human race that continues to go in the wrong direction, and it's hurting nature. So nature has a way of saying, I can't handle this, because you got to remember, it says, that the one who created us gave his blood to get you cleaned and right. So I'm not supposed to carry. So nature, from environmental impact, from pollution, from disregard, but mainly from our sin. Can you believe this? It is sin in man. It makes him abuse creation. So creation speaks to the Creator, the Father. And so you get earthquakes. You hearing me? Take note, because you'll forget it out the door. But if next year this happens, you know why. If a massive earthquakes have already hit in Christchurch, you could have just about predicted that one. Wouldn't need to be a prophet. Why? Because out of Christchurch has got the best name for a city in the world. Can I carry on with this? It's got the best name that you can call any city in the world, called Christchurch. The two greatest things on earth. That city was everything but Christchurch. Even the churches there were allowing all sorts of activity that you wouldn't even dare to imagine. If I'm bulldozing your ignorance, good. Because there were churches there weren't churches. They were actively involved in homosexual practice, homosexual priests. There was a seminary down there, Knox Seminary, that had a guy, Professor Gehring, I might as well do this thing, who was knighted by the demons in the world, government, that he was a theologian, but he didn't even believe the virgin birth. He didn't even believe the resurrection of Jesus Christ was bodily. It had the highest murder rates. It was a haven for those who were absolutely anti-Christ. In every way, they went there. And a whole lot of other things I can tell you. It was the representative from that city that first put in motion gay marriage in this country in 2003. He was brought from England, from a radical gay group who tried to radicalize homosexuality, tried to get the lords and government in England to be the first country to accept gay marriage, but they were turned down. That's one time that the English tradition or their culture probably counted for them. So they brought him down here. Guess how he got here to put in motion in a Labour government, and he led the charge. He got down here from the next appointment for the church that was in the square, the one that got totally wrecked by the earthquake, came with a new minister who was a gay minister, and he was his gay boyfriend. See, the devil is more strategic than you. Because Christians drive their little cars around on Monday to Friday doing your little work stuff. You get a little beef here and you think that you're doing all right by God.